So traders, we're getting the dollar having a really big crash as of late, which has obviously been forcing also gold to the upside as well too. But one thing we want to understand about these markets is elastic bands. And you know what happens with elastic band, right? When you let it back, if you stretch it too much, when you let it back, it snaps back. And so I want to be sharing with you what's happening right now. We're obviously seeing the dollar absolutely, completely just collapse. The dollar collapse, which is sending gold through the roof, and it's keep going and keep going and keep going. But it's very, 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 very dangerous territory right now around trading around these environments, because when the elastic band does snap and snap back, it's going to be hard and it's going to be fast, and it's going to do some damage with some people out there. So looking at this dollar, looking at the dollar market here, you can see here, look at this, check out. Wrong button, right? Look at this here. So we've had this complete dollar collapse through here. The market's falling off a cliff, and we have just completely broken below here. Now, this is what you want to be looking out for. If you're in part of gold right now, this could be one of those false breakout type of patterns, right? So if you've watched my few videos, if you watch videos that I've done a few weeks ago, or a few days ago, this actually could be one of those false breakout patterns. If it is a false breakout pattern, get ready for the actual top to form in gold. No one knows. I don't even know what the top's in gold, but what's going to happen is when that thing does turn, when all this turns, dollar back to the upside, gold peaking out, coming back down, when that confirms, it's going to be hard and it's going to be vicious and it's going to be fast. So if you are part of these markets, right, and if you're part of the gold market right now, then you might want to start to look at stop losses, protections, put options, stuff like that. You may want to start to look at something like that, especially with put options. The put option side of things is definitely, it's obviously you're protecting yourself from here. So looking at this level through here, guys, you can see that we come down. Now, what we want to, if we do start to get this sort of false breakout pattern confirmed, and what that means is this. See what we're getting through here? If the dollar does start to do this, if we just start to hold here like this, and then we get back above, you know what's coming out of the dollar, right? A really strong, hard and fast move back to the upside. You know what that means, right? This here will be the peak in gold in the markets here. We're getting a free fall. We're not there yet, but as a trader of the markets, which most of you guys are, you must be listening to the warning signals that if you are riding this big bull move in gold, and you're definitely riding this big bull market in gold, you want to be watching for these signals, because when it does happen, it could snap back against you really fast. And as you know, that 1 or 2 weeks in the downside when it comes to gold, can absolutely just, and that's always the hardest thing about gold, right? Gold has just gone absolutely parabolic. And the big thing when this does start to turn around, right? And just look at this here. Look at this absolutely parabolic move out of gold. Gold is going absolutely just crazy. A lot bigger than I thought. But I'm not about here. My trading, the reason why I do well out of trading is because I don't trade based off luck, which I know a lot of you guys right now in gold are just what's called lucky, right? Because you are jumping on a very big bull market, and it has kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going, right? You don't want to be trading like that anyway, right? If you are doing really well out of gold, fantastic. Look to sort of, protect yourself from there, because when this thing does turn around, as you've seen in the past, right? When this thing starts to turn around, you can actually start to get sometimes like this here, right? You'll start to get a really, really, really hard and fast sort of snap back from here. So that's what I'm seeing there when it comes to the gold market from here. Remember, traders, you don't want to be lucky, right? If you're in this big bull market right now with gold and you're doing really well, amazing. I'm really happy for you. I want you to be thinking about this though. I want you to be thinking, how are you setting yourself up for the rest of your life? Not just being lucky once in a while, right? Being lucky is jumping on a very big bull market and actually riding that big bull market. And it does become a big bull market, right? You are being very lucky when it comes to trading the markets, which I know a lot of you guys are. One thing I really want you to be thinking about is not being lucky, but setting yourself up with a solid foundation so you can have a system and a process to repeat for the rest of your life. That's the reason why I do well out of trading. I'm not lucky once in a while, because I guarantee you, a lot of the traders that are riding this big bull move from here and they're making a lot of money, I promise you now their ego and their confidence is going to be high. And then what's going to happen is then on the other side of this, when this does end, and it will end, on the other side of this ending, then what's going to happen is then there's going to be a lot of what's called ski curve action, right? Where you've done really well from gold and now you're on high, your ego's up, your confidence is too high, right? And then suddenly what happens? You end up getting smacked, because then you go trade something else big time, and then you end up getting smacked from there. I don't want that from you, right? What do I want from you? I want you to have a solid foundation, not just, well, I bought gold because of, and insert reasons why, and the market is having a parabolic move and you're a legend, right? Now, what I want you to do is I want you to have a system and process that every year you can do really well from trading. How do you do that? By having an actual proper trading plan, trading systems, trading patterns of trading. That's how professional traders make money every year, not just be lucky every now and then and once in a while. So that's what I wanted to share with you there today, traders. Just keep in mind that this parabolic move will come to an end. We don't know when. I obviously thought it was going to end a lot sooner, and it hasn't, and it's kept going up from here. But the one thing I really want you to understand is that if you want to be around these markets for the next 5 to 10 years doing really well from trading, then it doesn't come around by being lucky. You being lucky will give you a bit of a ski curve. You do really well, and then you end up blowing your trading account up. Okay? I want you to have a really good system and a process that repeat, so you can do really, 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 really well for the rest of your life. Make sense, guys? So if you do need some help with what I've just said there, then go to getjohnshelp.com. And there you can actually book a call with me, and we can have a good chat on the phone, and then I may be able to help you out with my coaching program or not. So if you do need some help, guys, then go book your free call right now. Go to getjohnshelp.com and book your call, and you and I will have a really good chat. If you do want to set up yourself up when it comes to emotional risk management, trade selections, and so much more that goes into becoming a really good trader, and this is for serious traders only, then go to getjohnshelp.com right now and fill out the form, and you and I personally have a good chat on the phone, and I'll see if I can help you out.